What's up, fam? So old Jim Clyburn, can can somebody explain this to me? He's running for another term in office, his 18th term. This man is 85 years old, and from what I've seen, has done nothing for his district, but yet somehow continues to get elected. Not sure how that happens, but hey, let's get into this story. I'm gonna break it down, and then as always, I want to hear what you got to say in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit the notification bell so every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. Let's hit it.
And South Carolina's longest serving current member of Congress says he is not ready to call it a career just yet. Congressman Jim Clyburn announcing he's running for re-election to represent South Carolina's 6th congressional district, and that is a seat he's held for more than 3 decades. Our Megan Gagno is there for today's announcement and looks at the impact.
Congressman Jim Clyburn signing the paperwork Thursday to run for re-election in South Carolina's 6th congressional district.
Okay, that's it.
The 17-term Democrat has held the seat for more than 3 decades and says he is ready to keep serving.
I do believe that I'm very well equipped and healthy enough to move into the next term, trying to do the things that are necessary to continue that pursuit of perfection.
Clyburn,
Dude, you've been doing this 30 years. You haven't figured out how to perfect this yet? I'm confused. How long does it take before a person says, "Look, I've tried everything I can. It's not working. Maybe I need some young blood, some new fresh faces, some new eyes to look at the situation, and maybe they can fix it for me." Because I'm supposed to be here for the betterment of the district, of the people, and it doesn't take 33 years to figure that out. And he still ain't figured it out because he didn't say that, "Hey, I got the plan. I know what I did wrong. I know what needs to be done right now. And you elect me, I'm gonna get it done. I got a plan right here." He didn't say that. He said he's still trying to figure out how to make it work. Man,
says encouragement from voters, along with a conversation with House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries,
fake Obama, Timu.
helped solidify his decision to run again.
This is the most ineffective administration of the House that I've ever seen.
If Democrats regain the majority in the House, Clyburn says his seniority could allow him to take on a key leadership role overseeing transportation and housing.
I will run a very vigorous campaign.
Political analysts say Clyburn's popularity and the makeup of the district make the seat a difficult one for Republicans to flip.
He's incredibly popular in his district, and the district is drawn in such a way that it makes it very difficult, if not impossible, for a Republican to win there.
This could very well be my last term.
I'm not mad at him about that because that's what politicians do. I'm not mad at him as an individual. Like, I can't knock him for making a district to where his people are there, so it makes it easier for him to get voted in. Why would you want to change that? Shoot, down here in Texas, the Republicans tried to remap these districts in order to got Jasmine Crockett up out of office. Like, she could have ran in District 30 and probably would have won, but she chose to run for a Senate seat, and we saw how that ended up. But yeah, I ain't now that's one thing I ain't tripping on. He knows how to play the game, but again, that's why his district is in the shape that it is in right now.
And it could very well not be.
Megan Gagno reporting tonight. Now, Congressman Clyburn says he'll return to Washington Monday. That's where an agent will file the paperwork to officially finalize the first steps.
He's 85. Maxine Waters is about the same age. Nancy Pelosi finally said she's going to call it quits. I think next year. That's 20 years too late. I don't understand, but no, I do get it. And this is what people not. That's what I think other people don't get. These politicians make a lot of money while they are in office. They get a lot of kickbacks, contributions, gifts when they're in office. They hold like local offices making tens of thousands of dollars a year. And then once they hit that state and that federal level, especially that federal level, now they're making millions. Somehow nobody knows how it happens. Nobody says anything, and everybody is tight-lipped on how they do it. Now, Nancy Pelosi, her business got out there that she was most likely doing insider trading due to her husband's trade stock market deals. And so she's worth like tens of millions of dollars just in a stock market portfolio alone. But it's just a big money grab, man. And I mean, that's why they stay in there. They're not trying to. This man didn't even want reparations. Now he's an old gym boy. And he was like, no, I don't want reparations. We'd be crazy to think we're gonna get reparations. Reparations were school books and church's chicken. You know, and no, we don't need no tangible, no money for descendants of slaves. He said, no, he don't need it. Say he didn't want it. Don't think we need to get it. And just, that's just what that is. But he shows me that it shows that Black people are more loyal to a political party that they know nothing about, that they don't understand anything about it. They're more loyal to them than they are to their own self. And you could quite possibly get reparations, even though it might be tough. But instead of trying to get reparations, because he said we don't need it, don't ask for it, never going to get it. Then there's somebody who say, well, he need to get up out of here because he ain't even trying, he ain't even thinking about it. I mean, he could be right, but that ain't what we want to hear. We need somebody to fight for us. And he said no. So instead of people saying, you know what, let's get him out of there, they said, let's vote for him again for another couple of terms. And now he's about to run again in the midterms, which is crazy. Now, Jim Clyburn's district is the 6th congressional district in South Carolina. It includes parts of Columbia, Charleston. I got family live in Charleston, Sumter, and Orangeburg. Now, economic conditions of Clyburn's district, it says, is one of the poorest congressional districts in the state and in the country. The median household income is about $58,458. The U.S. median household income is about $81,600. Per capita income is about $34,281. This means residents earn roughly 25 to 30% less than a national average. It said poverty is higher than the state and national average also. It said the district has elevated poverty levels compared to most of South Carolina. The poverty rate about 8 to 20%. South Carolina's average is about 13%. This also shows you the disparity between Black folk and other folk, which is happening in South Carolina, but it's also happening around the country. Black people don't make money like that. I know we see people on the internet talking about how they leveling up, making all, got so many businesses making 10 figures, and they can show you how to do it if you buy their course, whatever. But the majority of Black people are not making money like that. But the majority of Black people are not even making enough money to live above the poverty line. This is where Mr. Clyburn is supposed to come in in the last 30 years and find out how to get his district out of poverty. But see, the reason why it's in so much poverty is because, again, it's mapped so he can have the majority of the black people. So now his district. So now you took that responsibility. So it's on you to get these folk out of poverty, because that's what you're supposed to do, or do what's best for your district. And you ain't done it. You ain't done it. It says roughly 1 in 5 residents live below the poverty line. Some rural counties in the district have even higher poverty levels than the district average. It said the district stretches across urban and rural regions, and the economic status varies. Columbia, parts of Charleston, and Sumter, these tend to have more jobs and higher incomes, but the rural areas have higher unemployment, fewer industries, and lower wages. It's kind of like down here with John Wiley Price, down here with what he got, Wilma and Hutchins, and there's this unincorporated part. I can't think of a name right now. They've done a couple of documentaries on it. It's right here in Dallas County. I mean, it's just poor. Nothing going on. Ain't nothing happening since he been in the office to help that area. And he don't plan on doing it because he knows it's going to cost too much. But let's talk about the future. Don't talk about now. What can you do now for your future? Because nothing's going to... You can burn a house down in a matter of minutes, but you can't build it in a matter of minutes. You see what I'm saying? So why don't y'all just go ahead and put stuff in place, start making these areas better? It said business employment sectors include healthcare and social services, retail, manufacturing, and then you got government jobs. It said housing values are lower than the national average. Median home value is about $193,000. Damn. Shoot, that's pretty good. That's a house. You could have bought a house like that in Texas, well, up here in the Dallas area, about 20 years ago for that price, and got a whole acre behind you. Home ownership rate is about 55%. Now, I saw something that had a couple of controversies that Clyburn is involved in. And it says that a report found that about $6.2 million in federal earmarks were directed to projects that had connections to people close to Clyburn. It said a museum project involving his nephew, a community center employing his sister-in-law, a wellness center where his daughter worked. People say this is patronage or favoritism. He said none of that benefited him personally. Of course not, but you helping your family. So, I mean, what you talking about? Hell, I do stuff for my family, you know what I'm saying, sometimes family and friends, and it doesn't benefit me at all. Doesn't mean, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I could benefit other people. Doesn't mean I have to get it, but I can make sure my people are taken care of. But like I said, I don't. It said also he paid like $100,000 to his grandson for campaign work, paid tens of thousands of dollars to a company tied to his son-in-law. So it says the practice is legal under federal campaign rules, and politicians in both parties do it. However, ethics experts say it creates the appearance of nepotism. Again, Clyburn knows the game. He knows how to play the game and doing it for a long time. He's not going to change. If he hasn't benefited or helped his district in 30 years, what the heck is he going to do it for another 4 years or what have you? Nothing except line the pockets of his family members and keep his county being one of the poorest in the country. Man, there need to be term limits on these politicians. They shouldn't be in politics in their 80s. Maybe they can get out of the forefront and become like consultants. Because that's what you do when you retire. You know, when you don't want to sit down at home watching Judge Judy and Murder, She Wrote all the time. Become a consultant. You can still get paid. He can do what you call it, like speeches, sermons. He can go around the country and the world and talk and make plenty of money and still be in the public eye and still make a difference. But no, he wants to keep this seat, keep his money coming in, and keep his district poor. I don't get it. I don't know why y'all still vote for these people. You got other people running against him. Well, I tell you what, eventually he'll be gone. All the older people that's voting will be gone, and then the young folk can come in and do something different. But You just got to make sure that they don't do the same thing that happened before them. And allow these politicians to be in office 30, 40, 50 years until they like pretty much dead. Who was that? Was that Mitch McConnell? Which one of them guys that failed like a few times, and then one of them stood in front of the podium and was like seemed like he was out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like something was wrong with him. Like he stroking out or something right there. Man, gotta get these old folks out of here. But anyway, tell me what you think about this story. Leave your comments below. Share it with the world. Let's have an intelligent conversation. You know how we do around here. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Those 4 things cost you maybe a couple of minutes out of your day, but it means the world to us here at this channel. And with that being said, I leave you in peace and love, and I'll see you on the other side.